so you can do that, but maybe not too often, and you have to actually, like, by experience, build an understanding, also by ear, listening, what works, actually, okay? Like, not everything works always at the same time. It really depends on which chord you are in. On the left hand, for example, in the bass line. For example, I wouldn't like this one, but if you had, maybe that sounds more interesting. And essentially, with both hands, I'm just pressing the keys that I'm allowed to press within the scale, and that makes it sound good. The only difference between left hand and right hand is what kind of themes or what kind of instruments they would play. If you have a band, for example, then you would consider the left hand as the bass player and the right hand as maybe even singer or some guitarist or whatever. And the piano basically combines those in one. So you can use both hands for that and make it simpler, you know, just press 2 or even just one note in the left hand and then play some melodies over here, or even chords. You know, you can then get really creative. Also with rhythm, maybe. Like, rhythm is basically how often you press a key in a certain amount of time. Okay. You can just have it once. Okay, but you can also have it like this. And then you can get creative by variations. You can start out easily, for example, create a little melody that works and you always just play that. For example, this is simple, and then you try to play something different with the left hand. Just to practice also that the two hands being separated, okay, doing other things like walking the left hand is walking up and down the scale, while for example the right hand stays in one place, or they both move up and down in the same direction, or they even move apart. The right hand is moving up, the left hand is moving down, or close to each other. And that's what you have to practice then. So they can almost independently do things. Okay. And then just really playing simple things with the left hand. Simple bass line, like 3 notes, but you can always make it also more complicated. For for example, just play more notes, or even throw in some melodies, you know, with the left hand. Some rhythm, you know, that is not like this one. Look, I'm using the thumb to create a little melody in the bass line. Sorry. I'm basically using... I'm not thinking in hands so much, more in fingers, and whichever finger is free to play something, and I have a part that is intense musically, then I can just try to use all the fingers, you know, assigned to the structure I'm playing in, which is called scale. And any keys that I press within that scale, it will always sound good together. But of course it depends on a little bit of experience also, what actually works together, and in the end you can play anything because it's your art, right? So whatever sounds good to you. And playing by ear. That doesn't necessarily sound good, but maybe it sounds good to you. So you can just play whatever you want and be creative.